Assalamualaikum everyone, and hi, nice to meet you. My name is Alif Akmal bin Rusman, and today I would like to share a little bit about myself. So as you can see from the title before this, I'm going to talk a little bit about my hobby. So I have many different type of hobbies, but of course everyone has a favorite, am I right? So I guess for me it will be sports. So I played a lot of different type of sports, but my favorite will be basketball because I grew up on basketball. So let's go a few years back. So during when I was 7 years old, I was the tallest in my class. So that is when my teacher at that time, which is also my coach in the future, he told me to try to play basketball. So at first I was like, no, because when I was a kid, which is before I was 7 years old, I was playing football like with my friends, like at the park. Yeah. So that's like a typical Malay thing, I guess, because I'm pretty sure every single Malay boys will be playing football behind their backyard or like in the field, even if, they are kids. But for me, it was different because I was studying in a Chinese school when I was in primary school last time. So my teacher told me to go for tryouts, and also, he would be teaching me the basics, and he tried to convince me because I was quite tall at my age at that time. So that was the first time I got really interested in basketball because my coach told me that it is so easy to dominate a game if you have the height. So it got me really interested in basketball. So I started at a very young age, and when I started, I wasn't really that talented, but I guess I was okay. But as time goes lot further and further, I get really good because I knew how to use my height advantage, and I trained really, really hard to get to where I was almost nominated as the MVP. I was second place actually, but yeah, that's an old story. But yeah, that's where I started to pick up the interest in basketball. So of course I played it in primary school, I played it in secondary school, and I've also played it during my diploma years last time. But because of due to injury, I had to stop playing during my diploma years because I actually broke my ankles during one of my training sessions. So it is really unfortunate, but I can still play basketball because my leg is already healed and I've already done the standard medical procedure that I'm supposed to do. So it's all good, just that I couldn't reach the level that I was at last time. So let's talk about my achievements in, my hobby, which is basketball. So during my primary school year, my school was a powerhouse school. So my school would constantly get first place, second place. So the standard for players in my primary school was really, really high. So I had to be at that level if I wanted to be the starting player. Because for me, being in the bench isn't that fun. Like, who loves being in the bench, Like, everyone would like to have the opportunity to be a starter in their team. So when I was around standard 3, which is, I think it's 9 years old. Yeah, 9 or 10 years old, I forgot. But I was a starter, and I was the youngest starter at that time because of my height. So my first position, believe it or not, I was playing small forward, which is the position 3. I'm not sure if you know the different type of positions, but there is 5 different positions. The first position, which is position 1, would be point guard. The second position would be shooting guard. The third position, which is my position that I played for a very, very long time, would be small forward. And the fourth position would be power forward. And usually the tallest person in the squad will be playing center, which is the 5th position. So despite my height, I was chosen to be a small forward because I was really good at dribbling the ball. And I was really good at passing as well. But I wasn't the best scorer at that time because at that time, my teammates were better scorer than me. So my coach told me that I'm the type of player who should share the ball around my teammates. I'm a team type of player. So I guess you can say that because of my young experience on, sharing the ball, trying to communicate with my teammates, trying to be better with the people around me, it makes my leadership skills improve a lot at a young age. So I guess that is the reason why I have a high leadership skill. So during primary, at the end of my year, which is during standard 6, I was elected to be the captain. And yes, we won many different type of tournaments together, me and my teammates. We won 3 years straight first place on MSSD, because the tournament at that time, it was called MSSD, and at that time I had the opportunity to become a state player. But I rejected the offer because my parents did not like the idea of me going into sports, because they are more towards like educated people. So yeah, I didn't choose the offer. But during my secondary school year, I did accept the offer, because at my second year, during my secondary school year, I was again nominated to play for MSSS, which is a state level. So at that time, I accepted it because I felt like it's a waste of talent of myself, because at that time I wasn't the best student. So I felt like sports was everything to me at that time. So I had the tryouts and I got in, and I played for several years until I think Form 4. Yeah, Form 4 I stopped playing because I had to focus on my SPM, because I actually had a dream to become a businessman at that time. So I knew that I had to study for university, I had to go for university, I had to have a degree and all sorts and etc. So for now, since young until now, it has always been a hobby to me, but at a certain point in my life, it has become such an important factor of my life. But right now, I'm just taking it as a hobby, and also it's something that I can never abandon. Even if I'm 30, 40, 50 years old, I'll be probably playing with my kids or playing with my nephew, with my nieces. It's something that I love and I'm passionate about. So yeah, that will be the topic about my hobby. Thank you for spending your time listening to my presentation about my hobby. I wish everyone a happy day. And yeah, we are now in a COVID situation and everyone is stuck at home, so that's why we have to stay into a hibernation mode, I guess you can call that. So all jokes aside, I wish everyone a happy day, and thank you for listening to my presentation.